Hey guys, and welcome back to the F45 corrective series. My name is Tharnosin, and today we're going to be looking at strengthening your core. So over the last few sessions we've been looking at strengthening and mobilizing our hips. The second piece of the puzzle that we want to focus on is now the core. So what we're going to do today is we're going to be doing a dead bug exercise, and that's going to involve just having a mat and some space against the wall. So let's get started. So the first exercise that we're going to go over is called the dead bug. I use this a lot in clinic. There are plenty of variations, but this is the one I usually like to use. So we're going to start on our back, hands close to the wall, and you can use your hands in, there are different variations that utilize your hands up against the wall. I like to use a fist just in case you've got tight forearms or some issues with the wrists. So we're going to start in this position here. You want 90 degrees at the elbows, 90 degrees at the shoulders. Both sides here. And what you're going to do is you're going to do just a gentle push. So a gentle push into the wall. What that's going to do is turn on your scapular stabilizers. The second thing I want to make sure you guys are doing is making sure you keep your chin tucked. So a lot of times when we do exercises like this, we have our head off the floor, we're using our neck overusing our superficial neck stabilizers too much. That's going to cause more issues. So what you need to do is almost rock the head back, bring it down so that you feel kind of a subtle stretch or an elongation of the spine, and you're going to be using more of the deep stabilizers in this position. So we're engaged here, subtle force to the wall, and we're ready to lift the legs up. So the first thing, at least for me and for a lot of my patients, I know that they feel quite a bit of tension and activation into the hip flexors and quads. And by definition, that's not really what we want. What we want is we want to feel that more into our abs, and specifically all the way around. So remember that our abs are a full casing effect, so it's not just the six-pack, it's the deep stabilizers that are also contributing to the abdominals as well, the deeper abdominals. So how we're going to fix that is we're going to perform what's called a pelvic tilt. So you'll notice you have a little bit of a rounding in your back, the lordosis. And what we want to do is we want to try to posteriorly pelvic tilt, so almost rotate the hips back a little bit, and you'll notice that you can take that flattening out of your back, or the arch out of your back just a little bit, and flatten, and that will help shift some of the tension into your abs. So once you've got that, we can then restabilize as well. And you'll notice that the more and harder you push against the wall, the more difficult it is to keep that posterior pelvic tilt. So you're able to challenge yourself as little or as much as you want. So even in this position, when you're pushing against the wall, this is challenging to keep that posterior pelvic tilt. So I want you guys to work on that as the starting point. So I would say just hold for a minute and really focus on keeping that tilt. So now what we're going to do is the next progression of the exercise, which is going to be adding some movement. So a big thing here is we want to once again make sure that we keep and maintain that posterior pelvic tilt. So what we're going to do is we're going to keep our engagement, and we're going to very gently, leading with our heel, we're going to punch the heel out and drop the leg, and just you want to do a very, very subtle hover tap and then back up. What's going to end up happening is you might lose that engagement of that posterior pelvic tilt, so you might feel like your pelvis will almost just roll forward. So what we want to do is we want to ensure that that doesn't happen. That's why this exercise can be very challenging. So with keeping that lumbar spine on the ground, posterior pelvic tilt, slowly by punching the heel. And the big thing is you want to do a hover touch and back up. And switch sides. So I want you guys to try that. 3 sets, 8 per side. If that's too challenging, try dropping the reps down a little bit to 6 or whatever you feel more comfortable with. But once again, the big thing is, and especially for me, I feel it right away, is when I'm bringing my legs down, my pelvis and back almost want to lift up. So it's maintaining that posterior pelvic tilt that's going to help keep everything locked in place, and what's going to make it the most challenging for you as well. Thanks so much, guys, for joining me on today's session. If you want to get in contact with me, if you have a question or anything, or you want me to go over something for you, you can contact me through Instagram. My Instagram handle is in the description below, or you can comment on one of the YouTube videos as well. Thanks so much, guys, and see you next week.